Hi, my name's Chris. Welcome to Just Puzzling. Today we're going to do a Killer Sudoku at the expert level. Let's get into it. Alright, so nice and easy to start with. There's 5 there, 2 there. So, as we know, each of these boxes need 1 through to 9, which adds up to 45. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 equals 45. What we have here is we have all of these cages that are full except for one box. So that one box, if I add up this cage, which is 2, plus 4 is 6, plus 12 is 18, plus 22 is 40, that to get me to 45 is a 5. And that is a cage for a 6, so that's a 1. This is a cage here for a 1 or a 3. Because there's a 1 there, that's going to be a 3, and that's going to be a 1, which leaves 1 down here somewhere. There's a 1 and 2 here. I actually have a vacant cage there. 3 plus 13 is 16, plus 5 is 21, plus 18 is 39. To get it up to 45 is 6. To get that cage up to 15 from 6 is 9. Okay. We know that this here cannot be a 3 and 9 because of the 1 and 3. It can't be a 5 and 7 because of the 5 there. So it's going to be 4 and 8. So that's 4 and 8 there. So this is going to be 9, 6, 7 in here somewhere. We know that this is going to be, can't be a 5 and 8, it can't be a 6 and 7, so this is going to be a 4 and 9. Okay, so 4 and 9, 1, 2, so this is going to be 3, 7, 8 of some description. So 3, 7, 8 in some order will be one of those. Okay, so that's 4 and 8. Okay, 6 and 7. So because this is 6 and 7, this is going to be 3 and 4. But we don't know much about that. Now, here is a 2 sets of rows that with a 1 vacant cage. So one row is 45. The second row will be 45, but we don't know that one. So let's add that up. So 45 plus 45 is 90. 10 plus 18 is 28. Plus 17 is 45. Plus 44 will make 89. So that's a 1. And that's a 6. Okay. So, do we have anything else that we can see in that here? Not really. We know that this is going to be either a 5 and 9 or an 8 and 6, which means that, that would be the opposite. Not much answer there. 1, 2, 3. So this can be 2 and 8 or 4 and 6. 3 has to be there because remember I said that was 3, 8 and 7. I've got a 3 there and a 3 there. So I've got a 1, 1 and 2. The 2 could be here and here because of that 2 there. Okay. I'm giving you a lot of theories but not a lot of detail, am I? Okay. Which is a bit sad. Okay, what we have here is we have a cell on its own. So 17 plus 9 is 26, plus 10 is 36, plus 3 is 39, plus 1 is 40, so that's going to be a 5, and that's going to be a 9, which means 9 will be there somewhere. This is going to be 8 and 6. Because the 9 and 5 can't be in that same grouping. Okay. So 1 and 6, this can be 2 and 5 and 3 and 7. So you'd say there's a 7 in here somewhere. 1, 3. So 4. 4 can't be in here, so that's got a 4, which leaves me 13, which means it's a 6 and a 7. Okay, so that's a 6, 4 and 7, so that's going to be the 8, 3 and 7's there. So that means that this is going to be, can't be a 1 and 9, can't be a 3 and 7, can't be a 6 and 4. So this is 8 and 2. If that's 2 and 1, that must be a 2, and that's got to be an 8. Remember I said that was an 8 and a 4 because it couldn't be 9 and 3 and it couldn't be 5 and 7. So now we've got 6, 9 and 7. We know that 7's up there, so we know that's 6 and 7, so that's got to be a 9, which means that's got to be a 9 there. That has to be a 4. Still got 6 and 8 here, and there's a 6 there, so that's 6, that's 8. 8 is one of those numbers there. 9 is one of those numbers there. 1 is either here or here. If that's a 1, that have to be, to make, if that's 1, that would leave 3 cells with 24, which has to be 7, 8 and 9 each up to 24. Because of the 8 and 9 here, those two cells would have to be 8 and 9. That's not possible, so that there's the 1. Okay. 6, 1. So let's add this up. 5 and 13 is 18, plus 7 is 25, plus 10 is 35. So plus 23 on 35 is 58. So these add up. Well, I know the numbers. So this could be 2 and 8, not possible. So 2 is in there. This could be 8 and 2. 1, 2, 3 and 7. Yeah, possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 2. 2, 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. Okay, so 9 can't be here or here. Cannot be here because that's below 9. Can't be there. So 9 is going to be in one of these two. If that's 9, this has to be 1 and 2. So that's 9 and 1. So that's going to be a 2 there. So what we now have is we have 1 from 18 is 17, plus 10 is 27, plus 7 is 34, plus 2 is 36, so that's 9. Okay, so remember we said that was a 9 and that's a 1. Okay, so 1 has to be across here, can't be in that because 1 and 12 can't be a number, it's not 1 to 9 in the 1 to 9 brain. So 1 is going to be there somewhere. Okay, and 1 is up here somewhere. Okay, so 1 plus 16 is 17, plus 10 is 27, 36. So these two add up to 9. So if that's 9, 1 and 8, 2 and 7 are out, so 7's in there somewhere. 3 and 6 is possible, but it'd have to be 3 and 6, and 4 and 4. So what is it? 3 and, so 1, 2, so if that's 8, that's 3 and 5, which would mean this is 7, 6, 5, is that right? 18, no, I don't think it is. 1, 2, okay, let's do that again. 1 plus 16 is 17, 27, 36, so this is 9. So it can be 4 and 5, yep, or 6 and 3. Okay, so that means that this will be 7 somewhere in here, leaving the others either 6 and 3. So could be 6 and 3 in there, or 4 and 5. Actually, 6 can't be in these because of those two there. So that's not 6 and 3, that's 7, 4 and 5. So this is going to be 6, and that's going to be 3, which makes that a 5. So now we know that that's 3 and 4. 6. We know that that's 3 and 7. Now that's 3 and 4, so that's got to be a 3. That's got to be a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So that's 4 and 8. And I've made that a call, so that's 4 and 3. 1, because of that there, or 2, because of that there. So 1 and 2. Remember that was 7 and 3. There, 7 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. What do we got? 1, 2, 7, 8. So 2, 7, 8 there. 7, 4 and 5. 1, 6, 3, 4. So 4 has to be there. And that has to be 5 and 2. So let's do this. 1 and 8 can't be there. 3 and 6 can't be there. 4 and 5. So this is 2 and 7. Well, because that's Sudoku rules, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, has to be a 7. So 7, 16, 25. 5 has to be one of those two. 2 has to be one of these two. That's still 4 and 8, but we don't know which. This here is 11. So if that's 11, can't be 5 and 6. Can be 7 and 4, can be 8 and can't be 8 and 3, but it could be 9 and 2. Okay. So 9 plus 9 is 18, plus that is 31. That's 14. So this is going to be 8 and 6. 1, 2, 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 6 down here. 9 and 4. 9 and 4. I'm going to say 1 and 5 here somewhere. 8 and 6, so that's 14. That's 8. That's going to be 1 and 7, mainly because of that 7 there. So over here is going to be the 7, and that's going to be the 6. Okay, so how do we get to 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So one of those things. So 4 has to be in this one here because it can't be there. Don't know. 3 has to be in these two here, and 8. So that's the 4. The 3 and the 8 are crossed up over there. So that's all I know at this stage. 1, 5. Sometimes you're just not the brightest. Didn't see that one there. Probably someone saw it before me. Let me know how much earlier you saw it and how angry you were getting that I couldn't see that. Okay, 8 and 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So 6, 9. So 9 has to be that one there. That's 15. That's a 2. Know that 2 is here somewhere, which has got to be that one. 9 and 6 and 2 is 17. To get it up to 22 is 5. We look like we've solved all the 5s. 1, 2, 3. One of those two. 4 is that one there. And by the way, that's a 4. That's an 8. Because of that, that's an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 3, because that adds up to 15. What do we got here? We've got 1, 2, that's an 8, and that's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 is there, and that's a 7. All right, so there you go. That is how I solve Killer Sudoku at the expert level. Basically, you can see that I'm doing a lot of maths and a lot of memory thing, but that's how I enjoy challenging myself with the game. Hope you got a bit out of it. Let me know in the comments what you saw before I did. I'd appreciate that. And let's try and grow our skills in Killer Sudoku into the future. Anyway, that's it for me today. Bye for now.